Hey guys, I'm trying out this live right now because yesterday when I did the Gemini, it took like 3 hours to upload it. So I just want to see if I could go live and everything will flow smoothly. There will be no interruptions with the Wi-Fi, and we could just get this done and it will go quicker so I could do more readings. So anyway, this is for Scorpio. It's also in Scorpio right now. Venus is retrograde, going direct November 16th, and then we'll have a little bit of a shadow phase. Right after that, Mercury is going retrograde in Sagittarius. So this is going to be a time of rethinking, rehashing, conciliations, or dropping people. Whatever you want to do with your life. So we're going to start off with spread clarifiers. I'm using the ARCANUM for your main spread. For clarification cards, I believe I am for you guys. And then we'll throw some oracle cards on top of it. So this is energies they can play off. So if it's not you who's doing archangels, Holy Spirit, God, please give me a clear and direct objective message, and for it to reach those who need to hear the message. Thank you. I always like to do 3. So this is definitely a pretty sensitive time for everybody, all the astrological signs. We're really thinking about, what it is that we want in our life. What do we need to let go? What do we need for some, this Venus retrograde has been brutal. It has been brutal. For some signs, it's been fine. It just depends on the placements in your chart, where they're activated, the houses and everything. So just keep that in mind. Also, you should never really start any relationships with Venus in retrograde, because everything isn't as it appears to be. Once you get out of Venus retrograde and the shadow period, what you thought was false was probably true. So, okay, we have major arcana, sign of Pisces, hanged man of awakening. The hangman in the upright is when we take a step back and we're in that limbo phase and we are trying to get some enlightenment on our next step. But since you have it in the reverse, you have gained some enlightenment on the direction that you want to take in your love life, to release somebody, people, to move forward. This is a higher state of consciousness. This is you finally looking at things in a different perspective and gaining that enlightenment. So the energies that are crossing you, Scorpio, energies that are crossing you. We have the 6 of Swords. Element is air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This would be a helpful energy. It came up in the upright. This is you moving from choppy waters into calmer waters. This also has to do with your thoughts, your mental, cerebral. This is not wanting to fight anymore. It's basically going with the flow. It's after that Five of Swords card, where nobody wins. It's a nasty cutting card, has lots to do with ego, that card. Here you're gaining some mental clarity and you are able to move on from whatever has been hindering you. So, past, what's the recent past for Scorpio? We have a flyer. Recent past is the Hierophant in the upright. Now, the Hierophant is basically has to do with commitments, traditional commitments. And when I say traditional commitments, I don't mean husband and wife. I don't mean just heterosexual. I mean, you're in a relationship and everybody knows that relationship. It's not a secret. You are both on the same page. Not having any outside interference in your relationship. This is your recent past. Now, you could have been in a commitment, or you could have been longing for a commitment. This also has to do with large institutions, government institutions. But since this is a love reading, we're going to stick with commitment. Okay. So the foundation, what's driving all of this? The foundation for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Foundation. What is the foundation? Foundation. Foundation is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Again, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. This is lack of clarity. This is lies. This is truth to you. Lack of clarity, lies. What is on your mind, your crowning thoughts regarding this? Crowning thoughts is the Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups in reverse is holding on to past memories, maybe seeing the past in a negative light. These are your thoughts right now. It has children on the card. This is usually the soulmate card, one of the soulmate cards. It could be indicative of. But on your thoughts right now is, you can't stop thinking about the past. And what's mainly driving you is the negative thoughts from the past and not really looking at anything positive from the past. So the immediate future for Scorpio. What is the immediate future? Okay, we have 2 cards that popped out. In the immediate future, you have the Three of Wands. So from the Two of Wands, you go to the Three of Wands. Now, you had made a decision when you were at that crossroads and you were debating on which path to go down. You made that decision. You took action, and now you are waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for your person to come in. You're waiting for whatever action you had taken from the Two of Wands. Also came out was the Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is you coming out of a place of feeling like you were left in the cold. And the upright, this is feeling left out in the cold. This is feeling like you were abandoned. In the reverse, you're coming out of that feeling of being left out in the cold, abandoned, and to come in because you made some action to make that happen. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Star card, Major Arcana for Aquarius. This is our hopes. It is in the reverse. You might feel like your hopes and wishes are just not coming through. You might feel a lack of faith. You might even feel a bit depressed. Since it's a major arcana, it can be a little bit more than a bit depressed. It could be severely depressed. But overall, it's having a lack of faith, not really seeing the results that you want to. So now I am going to clarify. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to clarify with this deck. I'm going to clarify this deck. Okay. This is by Sarah Marchetti. Probably butchering his name. Get some clarification on these cards. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Archangels, Holy Spirit, God, please give me an objective message to the people who really need to hear this message and guidance. Please clarify these cards. Thank you. All right. Cutting the deck. I really hope that this is going okay, the video, and it's coming through clear. I really hope so. All right, so first we're going to clarify the Hangman in reverse. Why is the Hangman here in reverse? Hangman in reverse, Hangman in reverse. Again, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. You wanted to get in the past, you got over being left out in the cold, that feeling of being left out in the cold, okay? Since this card came up twice already, this is very significant for you, okay? So you came to a place where you weren't feeling abandoned. You weren't feeling like you were left out in the cold. That was the past. So in the future, you gain some enlightenment. That's why the Hanged Man is flipped around, because you have some enlightenment about the path that you want to go down. Now we are going to clarify the energy that is crossing you, which is the 6 of Swords. Why is the 6 of Swords here, Scorpio? 6 of Swords. Why is the 6 of Swords here for Scorpio? Why is the 6 of Swords here for Scorpio? Archangels, Holy Spirit. 6 of Swords. Why is the 6 of Swords here? Okay. You have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. This is you getting over betrayal. This is the ultimate betrayal. Actually, in this deck, the swords are around him. In different decks, it's usually everywhere. Here, the sword him. And he has that look of just pure agony in his face, like he's had it. He's been through the ringer. But it came up in the reverse. So the energy around in your foundation that's driving all of this, it could have been a lot of lies. You found out about it. And now your betrayal, just agonizing emotion. We have the 6 of Swords. So now you're moving on to smoother on about what somebody has done to you or you've done to somebody else. You're moving away from that energy. So you were starting to get over it in the past of the betrayal, and now you're actually moving on to calmer waters. So we're going to check out why this Hierophant is. All right, that's a little bit too many. Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here in the reverse? Not in the reverse, in the upright in the recent past. Hierophant here. Okay, I'll take both of them. Okay, this has deception written all over it. You could have been in a committed relationship with somebody. You could have committed to somebody, most definitely, in the recent past. And came to the light. It's in the reverse. So this is what happens in the past. Okay? So since this happened in the past and justice is in the reverse, you could have been dealing with a Libra. This is the major arcana for a Libra. Also, the swords have to do with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But I don't like to put signs out there because we can all take on these energies. Fire, water, earth, air, we all take on those energies. So it's just more about the energies and not really the specific element. But if it helps you guys, it helps you guys. So in the you found out about some injustice that was done to you, about some sneaky behavior, about some cheating, lies, deception. Definitely with this Ace of Swords in the reverse. This card, see, the guy, he's like peering, he has his swords, right? But there's two more swords in there. And, they always like to go back to the scene, the criminals, right? Trying to get back in there, right? Trying to see what more damage maybe he or she could do. It's in the upright. That came to light. You figured some shit out. The scales were not balanced. And in this card, I find so interesting is that both the people in this justice card are wearing masks. You could have been doing each other dirty, whether it be lies, deception, cheating, whatever. But you both were not being honest. You were both wearing a mask in this relationship. And that came to light. It wasn't a balanced relationship. And now that brings you in your immediate past wanting a commitment now, wanting to that sneak behavior, whether that, who you were committed to, it was not balanced. You could have both been doing each other wrong, like I said. Let's check out your cups in the reverse. Why is 6 of Cups in the reverse here? So in the past, right, you were thinking negatively how, this just it didn't go down right. Soulmate card too in the reverse, like maybe in the past you were trying to hold on. You had that 6 of Swords in the reverse, which now you have it in the upright. You're able to move on. But you gained enlightenment. You're at the point where you gained enlightenment. You're getting over the betrayal. You're getting over the fact that you were left out in the cold or somebody did this to you. Let's check out why this Ace of Swords is here, though. Why is the Ace of Swords in the foundation in the present? Why is the Ace of Swords here? Why is the Ace of Swords here? Okay. 9 of Pentacles and confidence. This is looking good, smelling good, having all your ducks in a row. You're financially stable. You get that like gilded cage feeling from this card. This is single. So they could have told you that, right? And obviously they were lying. Fat liar. So that's what's driving this whole thing. You're still having, you don't have all the clarity that you want. but you are gaining it. You're Six of Swords, moving on mentally. Five of Pentacles in the reverse twice, getting over that feeling of being left out in the cold. Ten of Swords in the reverse, or that betrayal. It's all healing, but there was a lot of deception here in the past, whether it was you or your partner, but there's a lot of deception here in the past. So, sure, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Why is the Five of Pentacles? Knight of Swords. Okay, so blunt. And you didn't waste any time, and you really didn't care how the truth came out, but you gave it to somebody and you let them know. You know, the mask is coming off. The mask is coming off. So now Three of Wands in the near future, your ships, right? So that's what drove you to get out of feeling out in the cold, was coming and speaking your truth. It came out, but just coming in, getting that truth out so you could get out of that feeling of lack. So Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands here in the immediate future for Scorpio? Three of Wands. Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands here? Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands here? Three of Wands. Archangel, Holy Spirit. Why is the Three of Wands here? Three of Wands. Okay, we have the King of Coins, aka the King of Pentacles. So in the past, this is also associated with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Can be a male or a female. It doesn't matter. It's the energy. This king is loyal. This person is loyal. This person is with you, you know, until the end of time. This person is stable. This person is business savvy. They know what they want. They are good with money. They're good with their family. They will do whatever it is, have a stable environment for their family. 1 second, my lights are going. Oh, sorry guys. This is not grounded. Maybe the person you were with was not grounded, was not stable. Maybe there was just no solid foundation, stability in the relationship. So that's why now you are at the Three of Wands. You made a choice. You were at that crossroads. You made a choice. I'm not going to go down this path anymore. I know what I dealt with this person, and they're not going to pull the wool over my eyes anymore. I'm waiting. I took action, left that person, whatever, for somebody else to come in. I'm waiting for my ships to come in, whatever that is to you. Okay, so that was pretty cut and dry reading. At the bottom of the deck, this is a person who is, but also can be a little bit of a whore. Not settling, basically thinking someone like they know how to be in balance, and basically play mind games, because there are swords cards here everywhere, and that has to do with the cerebral, with an Aries, Leo, Sag. They could have that in their chart, or this could be you. And so, angels, Holy Spirit. Sorry, my altar is like filled to here. What do Scorpios need to hear? Sun, Moon, Uranus. They're a little stuck. What does Scorpio need to hear? Healing colors. Priestess of Water. Okay, like element she represents. Water is a transforming element that flows in rivers, makes waves in the vast ocean, turns to snow, white, fluffy clouds, and rain. When you draw the symbol of water, it signifies a time when things in your life are changing shape right before your very eyes. Go with the flow are powerful signs and gifts. Even if you don't understand at the moment, you will later. So it's basically telling you, and because it's the high priestess too, water, Scorpio, that's your element. And because it's the high priestess, um, trust your intuition. Don't doubt your intuition. That's really what I'm getting intuitively from here is that the whole time you or somebody else was doubting their intuition. They were doubting the warning signs that they were seeing. Um, and it shattered them. So let let the emotions flow. If you're still feeling in pain because of what somebody did to you, let that person go. Um, feel